Hello and welcome to Blue Club Sports. Thank you for joining us today, going over a Carabao Cup matchup between Manchester United and Burnley. I did see the game live. It was basically what I expected. Manchester United's obviously the better side, player for player, manager, everything. Um, but I didn't expect a dominant performance. I think that would be too much to ask for, just because they're coming off a long layoff. Yes, they've had friendlies behind closed doors. And they've had most of their players playing in the World Cup, so they're playing in competitive matches. But to come back to England and really start it up again, it's going to take some time. And I think, I was impressed from what I saw. They played better than I thought. I didn't think the result was in question, even from before the match. I knew Man United was going to win, but there were some players that I thought were going to play really well, and they really didn't. And players that I thought they were going to play well, and they did. And from the start, I was really I don't watch a lot of Manchester United football. I'm a Chelsea fan, so forgive me if this has been going on before and I just didn't know. But Casemiro playing center back really surprised me. It makes sense. He's a defensive midfielder. He's going to be playing a little bit deeper. He's going to play. He's going to be ball playing center back, kind of like what Rudiger was for Chelsea, and he played well. There was nothing. There was nothing really. He didn't look exposed at all. He wasn't really. The defense for Man United usually, as a whole, played really well in my opinion. So there was really nothing. There was really nothing to talk about there. McTominay was probably the worst player on the team. He is basically McTominay. He's proven why he's a bench player for Manchester United. Trying to play a ball across the whole field horizontally, and it gets intercepted easily. It springs a dangerous counterattack from Burnley. Of course, if they had more quality players, they would have punished Man United with a goal, but that just wasn't the case. And Bruno Fernandes, I expected a good game from Bruno, and we did get a good game from Bruno. He was playing really beautiful balls into the box. I could see his frustration. Some of the players were trying to score goals themselves, and if they could have just laid it off, Bruno was playing off their shoulder. He could have had a better angle at the goal. It could have been more than two, basically, if the likes of Garnacho and Martial would have just laid it off to Bruno. But it is what it is. Garnacho, I just mentioned him. He was a player that I thought was going to play really well. Did not at all. I was just very, very disappointed. I know he's a youngster. Inconsistencies common with youngsters, but the fact that he did not get called up to the World Cup and he's been there training, I thought he was just going to not be as good as he was when the Premier League stopped, but somewhat good. But he was just not. He just didn't have it tonight. His touch was off in general, but Marcus Rashford played absolutely phenomenal. He's going to be capped off with his dangerous run off the right wing, and he seals it off with a goal. Basically closes the game out, puts it at 2-0. And yeah, Marcus Rashford, Marcus Rashford's a weird player, Everyone calls him Marcus Trashford. Everyone picks on him. But he's a pretty decent player. I can see why, clubs like PSG are interested in him. But we'll see if he can continue this good run of form he's been on lately. Is coming off the World Cup. He did have a good World Cup, in my opinion. So we'll see how he does there. Martial, I feel like he was a non-factor in this game, but I just don't remember him doing anything, to be honest. And maybe that's unfair to him, but honestly, it's not like he played bad. He was just a non-factor, if that makes sense. But in total, as well, Christian Eriksen scoring the goal. It was basically most of the work was done by Aaron Wan-Bissaka hitting a low cross across into the box, and Eriksen being there to tap it in. But yeah, I just the reason for me doing this video, I was just excited to see English football come back. I know the fourth round of the Carabao Cup is not really a exciting fixture on paper, but it was just the mark. It just marks the return of English football, and honestly, I did miss English football. I enjoyed the World Cup. If you go back to my recap of the tournament, I gave it a B plus, a B minus. I mean, it wasn't like it was a bad tournament. It's just a weird part of the year when it's cold outside and Christmas is coming. I usually associate that with watching Premier League football, and when that's taken away, it just makes me feel weird. So, yeah, I just think I think I'm just like happy in general that English football is back, and we get to see a great big clash tomorrow with Man City and Liverpool, which I should be able to watch live, and I will do a recap on that as well. Just doing a little brief, putting out some ideas going into that match. I'm just excited to see what Holland looks like after a long layoff. Of course, Norway did not qualify for the World Cup, so you assume he's been training. He stayed in Manchester and he was training, but we'll see. And also the same goes for Mo Salah. Let's see how he plays. But yeah, just excited because, you know, mostly for fitness reasons, we're seeing these big clubs play their best 11. In regular times, you'd probably see a little bit more youngsters in the starting 11s for these teams, but they're really playing the strongest 11, just basically trying to get fitness, get match fit. So when the Premier League starts and the fixture list gets really congested, they're ready. So yeah, but I would, I guess, to give you guys a prediction on that game, since I'm talking about it, I'll say 2-1 Man City, and yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes if it's 1-1 draw and Man City wins it on penalties. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, and just to circle back to Man United, I think a lot of players are playing well for you guys. I really do. Bruno looks good. Rashford looks really good. Casemiro is quality, as we all know. So very interesting to see how you guys, have your season turn out. As I check the Premier League table, because I literally forgot what it looks like now. Manchester United's in 5th spot. They're 3 back of 4th, which is Tottenham. They're 3 points back behind Tottenham, but they do have a game in hand. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting because as I'm looking at the league table here, Chelsea's in 8th on 21 points, Liverpool's 6th on 22 points, Man United, like I said, 5th at 26 points, and then your top 4 is Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle, and Tottenham. So it's going to be a very interesting and exciting conclusion to the Premier League season, and I cannot wait to bring you guys my reaction and my opinion of what's going on. So stay tuned to Blue Club Sports. Thank you for watching, and you guys take care. Hello everyone, this is Blue Club Sports. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like on the video. Also subscribe to stay up to date on all my uploads. Here I mostly cover my favorite sports teams like Chelsea, the New York Giants, and the New York Yankees. I also cover golf as well. And lastly, thank you for watching, and you guys take care.